welcome everybody to the DQQ Lifestyle Podcast with me, Marcus, and today we're just gonna have a different kind of conversation. There's a topic, I guess, but it's not written down, and it's just something that I heard on a YouTube video, and I'm just gonna talk about that a little bit. Let's see where it goes. I haven't thought about it, but I want to show you this first, or play this. First time I've done this. So it's on I'm Just Bait's Instagram. And it says, he dropped an Apple diss track and it goes hard. So let's listen.
Hey, this one goes out to everyone in Apple's billing department, man. I need some answers. Y'all keep taking my money out and I don't even know why. Look, first off, what's with all these fucking charges, man? I know I just paid y'all, but here we go again. It's really getting to the point where I should sue y'all. Cause every time that I look up, I got a new charge. And yes, I hate it. Need to be investigated. Monthly fees way higher than I estimated. I've been trying to keep cool, yeah, I've been trying to keep calm. But having an iPhone costing a leg and an arm. Y'all keep charging me for this and y'all charging me for that. At this point, I need a droid for the green group chat. Every time I check my mail, got a receipt from Apple. How many times I gotta pay y'all to store my data? What the shit? It don't even make no sense. Feeling like I can't even pay my rent. Y'all some real life crooks, some nickel and dime hustlers. I need all the money back that I paid for you motherfuckers. It's like $3.99 and then $9.99. It's always 99 something and I don't know why. I need the answer. This shit is getting extra for. Do y'all got a thing with Weston Holdings? I mean, for real, every time I try to go, get some lunch or something, y'all already took my money out. I try to go get a snack from 7-Eleven, the money gone. What's happening? What am I paying y'all for? What are these charges for? I need answers. Do y'all got a thing with Weston Holdings?
Oh, that's it.
I mean, for real, every time.
What do we think? What do we think of that? Something I'm trying to put into the pods. We'll put that there. Yeah, I thought that was quite good. Thought I'd share that with you guys. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I was just flicking through YouTube, watching it on the telly. The telly doesn't have an explore page, so you're looking at certain things and you just get bombarded by certain things. So I've had all kinds of stuff on it, learning all of watch one or two drill things, bear drill things. Watch one or two clips from the new Dragon Ball movies, fighting clips. Now it was just full of that for one point. Then I'm watching these Easter egg things on Marvel films, and it was full of that. It's literally just watch a Fresh and Fit thing that's full of that, and the Kevin Samuels. And what I don't like about that, I watched the Kevin Samuels, I watched the Fresh and Fit. I do like Kevin Samuels, to be honest, to a degree, and an Andrew Tate thing, and that's all it is now. And it just makes you think that that's all it's about, and it's just hard to get away. And a guy called Araco TV. I like watching him. It's quite funny still. But these things scare me a little bit, especially the Araco TV thing. It's a lot of gym gal doing some mad stuff. There's just a guy there and he's walking and looks and walks over or whatever, and then she'll put a massive caption and make it a big deal that this guy's eyes. 'Cause obviously it's all content and people want to see that shit. But the ones that he puts up is where they get roasted in their own comments. But I was in the gym a couple of weeks ago, and I wasn't even going to the gym. It's before I joined the gym, before I started getting sounding big. And I met this other gym because I'm meeting my brethren because he takes his two younger family members to the gym. And I just go there and kind of just watch him train them kind of thing. I might have a little bit of an input or whatever, and that's kind of it. But I went there a bit early this day, and I just paid for a session, and I'm doing a little bit of a weights thing before he gets here. And there's 2 squat racks at the back. So I was doing a squat bench back, not really squat bench deadlift. I was doing some kind of back, so I'd do a few exercises. I'd do 1 bench, 1 squat. Not one. I'd build up to my 5x5 on both. And then when it comes to back, I just do a few exercises some rows and pull downs and stuff or whatever, yeah. Because I wasn't confident about doing the deadlifts. I don't want to hurt my back, trying to build myself up a little bit, but I need to get into it. I just got into it straight away and it's worked lighter. That would have been the more sensible thing. Anyway, well, as I'm walking over to these 2 squat racks, there's a girl in front of me that's literally just left her station. So she's closer to the squat racks. We've both come off the benches and we're walking towards the squat rack section, and she's got the spare one. She didn't know I was going there because she's walking in front of me. Unless she's got some mad skill that I don't know about, some John Wick thing. Knew I was going that way. But there was another squat rack with another girl on. So am I going to ask the girl that's just gone there and possibly going to do a fair few sets, normal amount of sets? Or am I going to ask the girl that's been over there? I don't even know how long she's been over there, so I didn't even really notice her. So I was like, I asked her like, oh, excuse me. Like, just to excuse me was like, she got like a, you know these girls, they're just dressed fully. I just go in knock jeans. I go in knock jeans and a jumper. That might be trackies, it might be shorts. I'm a bit fat now, I go in a t-shirt, I don't want to wear a vest. Hey, hello. So yeah, like I just look rags, to be honest. These girls are always wearing the tight things and the vest, like tight top. You know what I mean, but got a cap on, so I just know she's like a serious one. Do you know what I mean? There's rumours that these caps are on because the people approach them less, and it looks like they're more in the zone, so they get approached less. It's a tactic that I've not said that she's using it for that. She might be wearing a cap for wearing a cap sick. You know what I mean? Dandruff and that, but I'd seen a girl on my Facebook say, put a cap on, girls, and I thought, you know what? That's a barrier to keep people away if you do get hounded. Like, no one comes up to me in the gym. Other men come up to me, I might wear a cap, because men come up to me and tell me I'm looking sick. Hello, they're asking about the weights. It's like, whoo, is it? How many? You know what I mean? I love it though. Come to me, mate. Give me the compliments. So yeah, just gone up to her, boom, excuse me. I've had to say excuse me, I think twice. Because I swear, I'll be honest, I think she ignored me the first time. But because I want to fucking squat. My brethren's coming soon, yeah. I see my cousin there actually as well. I was chatting to him for a bit. But he's going to do his thing, separate thing, and I'm doing mine. And I want to squat regardless where I squat. There's a Swift machine that was empty, and I don't want to use this, you know. With that, you know what I mean? And then she's like, all serious face, looked at me. I'm like, oh, how many more sets you got left? And I don't know, she said something. And I just could tell that she's one of them girl. Do you know what I mean? Like, one of these, I don't know where these divvies have come from. Muppets. There's a female Muppet, you know what I mean? Like, that's like, you can't, like, bruv, listen. The gym's for everyone, yeah? So, I don't know anyone that's gonna be on a piece of equipment other than like a treadmill or cardio thing, yeah, for 20 minutes straight. I'm not talking breaks. I'm not talking sets. I'm talking one set. Imagine jumping on a bench press and benching for 20 minutes. Because you might be in a bench press for 20 minutes if you're doing like a few warm-ups and that, blah, 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 blah. And then you're doing your actual sets, like 4, 5, 6 sets, 10 sets, whatever you're doing, yeah, with your breaks in between. That might equate to 20 minutes. But the breaks will generally be larger than your actual training time. So if you're having breaks, then someone can jump on it. If you're only using a piece of equipment for like, well, I do mine, I'm like a power guy, so I crank out the reps, you know, the ones there. So 10 reps possibly aren't taking me 10 seconds because I'm cranking them out. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing them like under a second of fucking press, you know, the ones there. And I'm going to have like a minute, 2, 3 minutes rest. Sometimes I get into a song a bit too much, or I might be replying to somebody and it goes a bit, so if someone asks me, can I jump on? I'm like, yeah, cool. Only thing is, just make sure the weight's back on that I left it on. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the only etiquette I want. Or if you're super, obviously I don't want a bit of sweat on the thing because that's the gym, do you know what I mean? But if you're super sweating, just wipe it down. You know, it's just basic gym. And people will do these things, you know, the ones there, because like, it's a compromise. That's what life's about, trade-offs. Trade-offs all the time, compromise, yeah? So that's the compromise. Like, girl, you don't need that for like the whole of your whatever sets she had left. Like, she can only use that for like so many sets. I don't know, she's got like one plate on each side or whatever, probably not even a 20. Like, regardless, she was squatting. I don't even have moved the squat, but I'd have squatted lower. I'm probably not a squat. I did 130. I think I did 5 reps, 3 sets, because my back was just... Because in the end, forget that thing anyway, yeah? I went to the girl that had just got there, and it was a cage kind of thing. It wasn't just like a... Anyway, so she was in the fucking cuboid, at the front squat, and I said, oh, can I jump in? She's like, yeah, cool, this and that. Like, oh, I have to like, yeah, just jump in, whatever. Because she's just walking around stretching, just like the other girl. But the other girl's all... And then, this is mad, I don't mean talking about this. But there was a bar on the outside. You know what I mean? So she walks like, just walks clean under my bar. Don't have to duck. Or she might be going in the side or something. And her bar's there with her weights on, and my bar's on the back. And obviously, I didn't squat when she's squatting. That would have been mental. Do you know what I mean? Like, because in front of us, like the window to the front of the thing. So yeah, when she's done, she just walk around somewhere and I just do mine so she don't feel too uncomfortable when big me's about. Obviously there's bare man about and that. Even the man was looking a bit like, probably thinking like, why are you squatting there? Like, but squat for squat, man. You know what I mean? Weight for weight. Like, man's got to lift weight. Just like any, I've got like time, I've got all day. Do you know what I mean? It's not a day out. I've come to train and bounce. Like, you know what I mean? But then again, they might have been watching the weight, but didn't say 130, enough for the rip them. Anyway, I tweet around there. So yeah, she was a flipping, that's a muppet, man. Do you know what I mean? Anyone's a muppet, yeah, they don't let you jump on the weight, I'll be honest. If they're not letting you jump on that piece of equipment, yeah, it's not their equipment, it's to share, like and you're gonna spend like 30 seconds on maximum, just like 15 seconds on it, yeah? And you're gonna spend like 2-3 minutes off. You know what I mean? So, what? If you're gonna be on it for 10 seconds, yeah, and you're gonna spend even a minute off, people can jump in. Like 4 people could jump in. So it's like the change over time, maybe changing the weight, do their set, get off. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it's not interrupting your thing, like let people jump on. Yeah, muppets. But I think it's bad gym culture, toxic gym culture. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the only person that it's just that one girl that said no. Like, so every gym that I've been to since I've started going again, everyone said yeah. I think that might have been the other girl that I went to. She might have been the only girl that I've actually asked to jump in with. I can't really think. Because I know girls feel a bit like, it's not even like they feel intimidated, no, because they just get all answer like, you know, why? Like, or something like, get all, like, overprotective. Like, what are you talking about? You don't own the gym. You haven't bought this equipment with your little membership, you nutter. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? You're not even using it. Get the fuck out of here. Do you know what I mean? But I do get if man comes in, if a girl's benching or something, or anyone's benching, and you're only benching a little bit, regardless, if you're extremely weaker than the person or extremely stronger, and you're taking like all the weights off, if someone come true and only wants to do like 15s on each side, and I've got bare weights on, like two 20s each side and like whatever, yeah, and man taking all the weights off to put his like weight on, like whoa there. But then if they're doing it in my rest time, it's not too bad, but it is a bit of a nightmare. I don't really want to take all the weights off. Do you know what I mean? Don't mind taking a couple off, but not every single thing. That's mad. And obviously, if you're using a machine like the cables, that's easy because just move that thing there and there, whatever that thing's called. What is that thing called? Pin. Move the pin. That's 15 minutes on that. But then I seen her later on. In another piece of thingy. Like, I completely forgot about her. But then my brethrens come. I finished off my set at my workout. So I spent way longer than I thought. I got a bit giddy in that. You know what I mean? Because I was using these machines. I'm thinking, rah, is that me? More weight. Like, rah, I'm still pulling it. Like, I can't believe more weight. You know what I mean? A few reps as well. You know what I mean? But yeah, so now I've gone to like the other piece where my brethren's doing like the cardio thing with the youths and that. And she's there. You know what I mean? But she didn't seem to have it seemed to be because I was with these guys, it seemed different. She viewed me different, do you know what I mean? But I just came in, looked, and I mean, she kind of like looked at me, and I seen that I'm chatting to these guys, because these guys are greeting me, and that obviously I'm shaking all their hands and that, and it's like, I don't know. But that's it about like what you think, who you think you're talking to, and biases and all these things, you know what I mean? Stereotypes. Where it is. We move. But she's still a muppet. Okay then, still on the gal thing. I was watching a YouTube the other day. And I can't remember what it was called. I don't know if it was like, I don't know what it was. But it had like a daft like title. I clicked on it. I can't remember what it said now. But what it was talking about is how some gal will just link man and just smash them. And then that same gal that you know what she's like will link you and not smash you if you want to smash. Yeah? For want of a better word. Coitus. They'll do the coitus with other man them. But when it comes to you man them, don't do the coitus. As easy, like these men just link the girl, add a little drink cup, probably a small cup, boom, beat the girl, she's bounced that night or in the morning, and she's good. That's it. You know what I mean? Pass through. But then it comes to you, you're thinking it's same vibe. She's it's like, eh? What? Like, how have this one, that one, this one, that one, and this one just like run through, and then it's me, and it's like, eh? I've never got it. Because that's happened to me bare times, like where this girl that's not giving me anything has given the man them things. Like, I blatantly know that the man is finger. Do you know what I mean? Even if you ask the girl, or she might even voluntarily, it even makes more sense. Now, what that guy said, yeah, made more sense. Because the girl will be volunteering this information, like, yeah, I know that I fuck such and such and such and such, do you know what I mean? Like, but, like, so it's not like them man are lying. Like, I had the same situation. I'm like, she went there, basically drank and slept there. You know what I mean? Even if she brought the drink. You know what I mean? Whatever, don't matter. Like, it's not. So I'm not saying that she's just using, man. Like, she's come to drink and smoke, man's things. Like, man, I brought a drink and a smoke herself. So it's not like she just come for that. Do you know what I mean? It's always baffled me. I've just been baffled. Like, what is going on there? Like, why? Like, never got it. Never thought about it for years. I haven't thought about it for years. Not just. And he's brought up and it took me right back, like, rah. Can't remember exactly the girl, but like, it was like, you know, this girl, a couple girl. I was like, eh? Like, why? I don't. But it's like, obviously, this conversations is all the time now, and it's the same with Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, and he was just a different one that's just popped up, do you know what I mean? But he had a bit of a different angle. He wasn't like absolutely baseball batting the concept of gyalling, do you know what I mean? Or the girls delusion. He wouldn't come in. I didn't watch it all anyway. I just seen that bit and I thought, oh yeah, and I bounced. Do you know what I mean? I think I went to Netflix and watched The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. You know what I mean? So what he's saying is, them gal, yeah, them gal saw nothing more in them man than a smash. So at the time, it's mad because you're thinking that like them man are there and you're here because them man are like just got the goal. Do you know what I mean? Just a link up thing to beat it. You know what I mean? Then you come to you and it's like, not going to beat it. And then you mind, like all the girls just, I can't think what man used to call them still, but like just like a time waster or something. Like, oh, you just wasting man's time, or whether you say it to the girl or not, like that's what you're saying. Probably to the man, them like, oh, forget her. Like, trying to think, oh, she wants to link you and that. Like, she's on someone else's phone, or she's with someone that man's chatting to. So a man's chatting to a girl, linking up a thing, lining up a girl for himself, and he's like, oh, obviously he's from the ends, we're in the ends. And he's like, oh, she's with such and such. She wants to come link you. She's going, oh, Uzi. I'm like, oh, because this, that. She's like, oh, this is not what's coming link. Forget that. Forget that. One shot. You know what I mean? What did Eminem say? Yeah, they got one shot to make me blow. You gonna, you know, like, man, some princess, you know. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so anyway, but basically what he's saying is these girls can only see that in these men is nothing more. But what they're seeing with the man that they don't smash is more. And that's baffling. So I'm thinking we're just like the same man. Like, really? Like, just different, similar, like, just slightly different attributes, like in complexion or height or build. But other than that, both from the hood, single mothers, like, live at the mothers. You know, the ones there, like, dog, trapping, drinking, chilling the same bits and bats, basically. Just different bits of the ends, but a lot of the time, just crossover, like, yo, think, yo, let's go there. Should we go chill there? Because this street ain't doing it right now. Let's go to that street. Let's see what got on that street. And, you know, it causes mischief as you're walking through. You know what I mean? And, you know, it might be a little bit of a bad up thing. It might not be. It might just be a link up thing. But, you know, it's not your bits at the end. So, you know, sometimes it gets a bit, you know, not with the man, them, like with the locals, you know, that you're just thinking, get the fuck in your house. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Disgusting behaviour still. But I ain't going to say but. I ain't going to justify it. Disgusting behaviour. And, yeah. So it's like, what is the difference? That's why I couldn't see it back then. I didn't have, like, this kind of the mind I have now anyway, that being able to analyse and stuff. But, yeah, it was just like, what? I couldn't, it was just, yeah. So it's like she saw more in you. So it's more, it's good in the sense that they saw more value in you. But at that time, that's not the goal for a young man. Like, anyway, we're not going to get into that because it's not what I want to talk about. But that's kind of it, really. Just just touching on that, like the girl that didn't want to smash you on the night saw more value in you than she did on the man that smashed. So although at the time it looked like he got the goal, it's you that had the most. You had something about you. You know what I mean? But it's mad because I don't know. It's like you just don't know nothing about man, but you can see a future. See a future with man. That's what they're saying. That's what he's saying. You can see a future with you. They see more in you. Do you know what I mean? But it's not to say man had more, because a lot of the time with these girls, like man was dead, broke. They're meeting man broke. They don't even know that man's had things, or it might be in a lull where man's gonna have things again. They just come when man's sucked and broke. Like, you know, I don't know. They might have heard stories or something and think that this is the. They might think this is the hench rich you. You know, the skinny Margaret, the skinny Brooke. Because they've heard that because this or whatever. Whoever, not just me. Any man. Surely other man have had these issues. Like, not issues, but had this situation. And yeah, I just thought I'd just touch on that. I thought I'd just bring that up. Little quick pod for your day. So we got the Apple man. We got the gym girl, Muppet. And then we got that. Like, I just thought I'd put it out there because I thought he's got a bit of a gym there. So I thought I'd just put it out there as well to push that a little bit further. Do you know what I mean? Just to let especially like for the young man or for the man that are still like that same mentality that I had, that the girl sees more in you. Do you know what I mean? Don't disrespect the girl. Like, that girl seen something in you that possibly the other girl that just did want to smash didn't. Even the girl that smashed might have seen more in you as well, but these girls definitely did. Do you know what I mean? They saw more. They wanted more. Yeah. So don't get frustrated. Don't get whatever. Do you know what I mean? Show the girl some respect. And that's it. Marcus, DQ Lifestyle Podcast.